tingling and numbness. These two symptoms usually occur together. Tingling means sensation of pins and needles, while numbness means loss of sensation. Tingling and numbness can be transient or chronic. It usually occurs on limbs, hands, feet, arms, legs, thighs. I will give you real-life example of transient or temporary tingling and numbness. A person's sudden onset of tingling and numbness in his left leg started this morning. He explains that he had a long drive yesterday and noticed the symptoms after waking up today. This case is caused by prolonged pressure on nerve, and it is caused by long drive yesterday. It's classical examples, and such prolonged pressure on nerve occurs 30 to 40% of cases of transient or temporary tingling and numbness. Other causes of prolonged pressure is sitting with crossed leg, for example, long cycling, prolonged sitting, or sometimes during sleeping. Another common cause of tingling and numbness is vigorous physical exercise, such as running, weightlifting, swimming. Sometimes it happens due to dehydration or electrolyte imbalance, usually lack of sodium, potassium, and calcium, and cure at this case is just get electrolytes and drinking water. It occurs 15 to 20% of cases, and sometimes temporary tingling and numbness occurs in case of radiculopathy, usually lumbar radiculopathy. It occurs in 10 to 50% of cases. Now let's talk about chronic tingling and numbness. When we're talking about chronic, it means tingling and numbness of feet, for example, or hand or arm, lasts several weeks, sometimes several months, sometimes several years. I will give you a real life example. For example, woman, 3 months history of chronic numbness and tingling in her left arm. She reports that symptoms are constant and worsen when she moves her neck or lifts heavy object. She also complains a dull, aching pain in her neck and occasionally sharp pain. Such pain and such tingling and numbness for chronic period of time is caused by radiculopathy, and radiculopathy is responsible in 30% of cases on tingling and numbness chronic cases. It is nerve roots are compressed or irritated, often due to herniated disc or spinal stenosis or bone spurs. You see, we have 3 types of radiculopathy. It's cervical, it occurs neck region. Another is thoracic, it occurs chest region, and lumbar, it occurs back region. Radiculopathy occurs on neck, chest region, and back region also. And variation can be tingling and numbness of hand, arm, leg, thighs. It depends on what portion of our spine is included. Pain usually are numbness, tingling, and weakness in the affected area. Another common cause of chronic numbness and tingling is neuropathy, usually diabetic neuropathy. It occurs 15% of cases. High blood sugar levels chronically damage nerves and blood vessels and impair nerve function. That's the idea of neuropathy, and damaged nerves will not recover, and the process will not reverse. That's why you should be very careful in case of diabetic neuropathy, and glucose control is very important part of treatment and prevention here. In 10% of cases, chronic numbness and tingling, it is caused by vitamin deficiencies, especially it is caused by B12 vitamin deficiency. At this case, symptoms can be fatigue, weakness, numbness, and tingling. And vitamin B12 deficiency also causes anemia and cognitive changes. Another rare but important cause of tingling and numbness is multiple sclerosis. It occurs 5% of cases. In case of multiple sclerosis, a mechanism is our immune system attacks our nerve protecting covering fibers, which is called myelin, and it causes inflammation of nerves and damage of nerves. Symptoms include fatigue, muscle weakness, and difficulty walking. Difficulty walking is very important symptoms here because it's characteristic walking. But it is not very early symptom, and this disease occurs gradually. Visual disturbances, balance and coordination problem, and cognitive changes also occurs at these cases. That's all about tingling and numbness. If we summarize, most common cases is prolonged pressure on nerve. Just sitting in uncomfortable position can cause tingling and numbness. Also dehydration or electrolyte deficiency or physical exercises. And in case of chronic, it's radiculopathy, most cases. Thank you very much. If you like my videos, please thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Bye for now.